Hey. Y'all coming in here in bunches. He said today has been of memory, a day of memory. What's up, people? He said probably one of the most exciting Halloweens in a long time. I use exciting. Lando, what's up? Nick, what's going on, people? Tell me what's going on. Uptown DC in the building. He said I inboxed you that Alpo info earlier. Everybody inbox something. Everybody knows something. Everybody knows something. Cavario popped back out. Cavario's back out. You know, he's an Alpo expert. Mano's vocal now. He's awfully vocal on his Instagram. You had your dribble on a million today, fam. Oh, man, they crashed me for no reason. They crashed me. Thank you. He said I had the video on repeat. I hope motherfuckers follow the dribble, started the page, and blogged out about Alpo like you said. I saw people talk about it getting views that don't usually get, like you said. It was them bombed him in Oak Park niggas. He funny. Alpo said he was gonna smack Cavario. Yeah, he did. Said he gonna smack the shit out of Cavario when he seen him and shit. I don't know why he over there acting like they was cool. You ain't said that man name since you did what you did. I sold a lot of books today. Book sales spiked. Everybody want to know what's going on and shit. Yeah. Mano says, he says, I've been talking my shit. No, you haven't. You never said nothing. He was implying that he said something on a song. Nobody listens to your music, my nigga. If you want to keep a secret, put it on a Mano album. Ain't nobody gonna hear about it. Straight up. So, yeah, don't nobody listen to your music, fam. You need to get the life rights and do the documentary. I don't know who it belongs to. Yeah, he try to act like you've been on the forefront. Like you've been on the forefront saying shit. What nobody saying nothing. What no rapper saying anything. What nobody saying nothing. What nobody vocal on that. They wasn't. He said you gotta do something on DC Fashion Label. Fam, I done been on here rocking all days. I interviewed Kurt Bone. Where you been? He said dude's a clown, cloud chasing at his finest. He would have been better off just not saying nothing. You ain't been saying nothing. You didn't say nothing that would have been considered risky. Nothing that would have got reported. You didn't say it. He said the government was involved. Remember, he was an informant. He wasn't an informant. He was a witness. Informants, last I knew, they tell in private. That's not what he was. People keep saying that government informant. Informant is a secret. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm on that Claudine. Yeah. I had to review Rome Street's album earlier today. Him and Ransom, the coup de grace. It's fire. Pray for the Weak. Featuring Game. Rome Street's got Y'all know Game out here selling verses or whatever, doing collabs. Rome Streets and Ransom got a song with Game called Pray for the Weak. It's fire. They got another one called Silent Murderers and Death Became Life. He said, remember when Marlo wanted to claim the body of Omar because nobody really knew who did it? Mano start publicly saying something soon as Poe dies. Yeah, he did. Everybody noticed it. It's comedy. It's comedy, my nigga. We know you know how you say you are. They got Griselda Blanco in her 70s. Payback has no expiration date. Y'all like this video. I'm getting all types of messages for no reason, man. This is over with already. This whole situation is over with already. Everything we need to know. It's been made available. Everybody that's messaging me, man, I don't want, especially if you ain't never bought nothing from me, man, don't just pop up in my DM thinking we're going to have a conversation and shit. You know what I'm saying? I talk to my customers. You said what Alpo's son saying. Who you talking about? Yeah, everybody had nothing to say when he was alive. Now that he's dead, it's a lot of folks coming out the woodworks. Yeah. You're going to see more, and don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I never badmouthed the nigga in life. I ain't going to kick no dirt on him in death. Karma has this way of correcting things, and that's what we've seen here. He said he thought it was sweet. Black 100 said Cavario was funking with some young niggas in New York. My man said Hassan went up for 3 hours. Ears to Christ has a video up. He said, I thought he had a son that rap. Oh, you talking about Paparazzi Poe. He made a post. He said, I already got it in my Amazon cart. You think it was New York or DC work? I'm not here to get nobody no case, man. I can't say no shit like that. I still be in DC. I don't know who did that shit. He said he got comfortable. He wasn't playing chess. They wanted him to relax. Gully nigga saying Alpo was trapping. Y'all ain't gonna get a lot from me, man. I'm gonna sell mine. The info that I got, I'm gonna sell it. Oh, I told y'all earlier. I know who he was cool with in Harlem. I know who he was cool with in Harlem. I know who he was cool with, who you wouldn't see it in public, or people that he interacted with that wouldn't do it in public, but you'll be shocked. He said probably somebody who was making a name. He seemed like the type of nigga that would come back and pitch. Continue to stay on your dribble and grow in the work you do. One love. I appreciate you. Smash the like button. Ken Intelligent in the building. Where's Tay? Where's Lena Lean? Squad Cooks, what's up? He said, what's this Queen's Flip video? I don't know. He said that shit was a hit too. Look how it played out. I seen the bullet holes in the vehicle. They were closely situated together for sure. It looked like the kind of like the door on the Chinks Drugs vehicle and shit. Did you see Cavario interview? Cavario's a piece of shit, man. Cavario tried to get me lined up by Alpo. Him and Al Prophet, they tried to put me in a trick bag without. And I was more shocked. I wasn't shocked at all at Al Prophet and shit. I know their nature. Cavario, I was very shocked at. He said, you broke the net. He said, that truck was goofy, fair to say. He said, first one in the AM, meaning you go live early in the morning, last one out, but you still up this late. I be working, man. But look how high his truck was. Give you something to think about. It did sit up pretty high. It did sit up pretty high. He said, Alpo got paid in full. You got to go watch it. I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching that shit. He said, looks like a militant hit. Shots were group nice. He said, they lined you up because you built something organic and gangsters trusted you. Yeah, I never broke no confidentiality or no shit like that. You seen paparazzi post him in his story? No, I wasn't aware of it and shit. He probably gonna mourn him. He might have had a relationship with him. He said, now we will never know the real Alpo story. I got something for y'all. He said, the tough talk now that he's dead is beyond me. Yeah, it's comical. Just long as we know who's a part of it. We know who's a part of it. But always remember, nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. He went viral several times. Cavario said Alpo testified against DC Young Guns and didn't even know them. Did you know that? Nah, I never heard that before. I never heard that from nobody from DC. I don't know. I know Cavario wouldn't have said that when he was living. You see how them niggas do you? You see how they do you? When he was living, Cavario provided a narrative that would indicate that they was cool or they had some type of relationship. He said Alpo should have been in the Bahamas chilling. Ain't that what rats do? Good evening, everybody. It's about to be the first. It is the first. Today is November 1st. The crazy part is his windshield took 5 and didn't even break. New York then did something right for once. King Erner secretly wanted him to survive for content. He was on King Erner's ass. I know that could be the truth. King Erner was annoying to him. He was trying to get next to King Erner. He wanted to undress on King Erner. He wanted anybody to know where he lived, where his family lived, where his friends lived. Sub-Zero said Alpo was getting money in the projects. I told y'all there's only 2 types of people out at 3 a.m. Cops and robbers and shit. What 55-year-old man is out at 3 fucking a.m. on a street corner? What, I'm going to say that again. What 55-year-old man is out at 3 a.m. on a street corner? What the fuck? He gonna walk Erna down the alley in one of them vacants. A lot of these rap niggas was mute. Now they all got something to say. He must have put pressure on them when he was around. Motherfucker wouldn't even like a video talking bad about him too much. A public figure, somebody that he would bump into, they didn't. You think people will ride for Poe? That ain't for me to say. I have no idea. Did anybody ride for Richard? We don't know. He said the cops don't even be out in the middle of the night. Alpo accepted his fate. He said so on Queen's Flip. Y'all share this video. Good evening. Good morning. West Coast, good evening. East Coast, good morning. Jewish Thought said, I've been telling everybody you was the first to break this news. Go look at my Instagram page. Look what Go look what time I posted. And go look at my first live today. Go look at my first live today. We know who got the contacts. Alpo was being chased. He tried to run to the police station. Yeah, that's him. You see him? Gifted Universal Rhymes Unlimited. I don't trust some Brooklyn dudes. Gully, why would Alpo or anyone around him think it was cool to be in Harlem? That's probably where his audience was at. He got shot, drove a little bit, and crashed into another car. He'd been home for 1 year. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I know the year he came home. He'd been home. Came to the internet a little bit over a year ago or something like that. He'd been home. I know the year he came home. He told me out of his mouth. "2015. Came home 2015. Ears to Christ is jumping for joy. He hated Alpo. So he lost somebody dear to him. They've been wanting to get Alpo, but they sat back and waited to see how they were going to get him. And they've been watching for a long time, and they knew he would be out at night, late night. Fly Danny Green, is that for real? He said, why they sent him to ADX? I don't know nothing about where he was serving time at, except for that jail in New York State. I don't know where he was prior to that. I know he was around. He was around Rayful at a point in time. Him and Rayful was together at one time. I found this out from a girl, from a female that was going to visit him. She seen Rayful and shit in the visitor room. They was in the same, I don't know, witness protection program, jail, whatever. But he said that's ADX. I don't know. But they was together and shit. He might got to go back and hide, and so they make it seem like he dead. He probably gonna have a funeral, right? He said, is Rayful out? I believe so. I believe he got out like last year, like 2019. I believe Rayful got out. I heard he was out before that. I heard he was out before that. You know what? When people started to say he was out, a newspaper article came out that said that he got some time reduction, some type of time reduction. He said, "Do you think Unique Audio will release the interview now?" He don't got no interview. When Alpo and Unique was on camera, Alpo was going to check him about shit that he was saying and doing and shit, and he kind of like pulled out his camera and played it off a little bit, but my cousin got killed by Poe. The cops knew it, and my family know. He was selling drugs on a major scale. Killed my cousin for 100 pounds of weed. Mitch Green, Watertown, New York. Look it up. Alpo killed Rich Porter January 3rd, 1990. He said he was murdered on the 31st, 31 years later. There y'all go with y'all mathematics. Only kind of content he might have is from Troy Reed. Outside of that, it's quiet. Ain't nobody got no content on him. Probably somebody who got some millions. Somebody who got some millions might have did something with him or was working with him behind closed doors. The situation with Troy Reed collapsed. I was involved with that. It collapsed. That footage really got leaked. That footage of him really got leaked. I believe, yeah, it got leaked, and I believe Troy felt that he was responsible for leaking it or something like that. I know it was a funny little situation. I think his cat, why not 12 picks with a clout chase for a bag to sell picks to TMZ? That shit happened in Harlem. Once that shit spread, everybody, black people, regular people walking over to 147th Street to see what's up. I got pictures of that crime scene from all type of angles, drone pictures. Hey, yo, within an hour of that shit happening, my inbox, it was all type of live footage. Niggas taking selfies around that shit. I'm serious. I'm serious. He said, I'm from Washington Heights. I was near. He said, yeah, it's everywhere. He said, everybody and their mama got an Alpo shooting video. Haitian Jack said, let him get comfortable. No matter what, Alpo was a man, a person, a being, a human being. And he had to deal with the guilt of that shit. Every day he woke up, he had to deal with the thoughts of Wayne Perry. Don't you know he thought of Wayne Perry every day? Don't you know he thought of Richard Porter every day? Don't you know that shit came across his life, touched his life every day, every fucking day, every moment of his life? He said, I don't think so. Man, that shit. Killing a lot of people and shit, killing friends and shit. I seen I probably can show it now. I'm gonna find it. It's in my email. I had it for a long time. I have the pictures of Gary in Rock Creek Park, I believe it is. That's where they threw him. Gary allegedly was a close friend of his, just like Rich was allegedly a close friend of his. You got to deal with that shit. He said he never sounded remotely remorseful. He didn't feel that he was wrong for Rich Porter. He didn't feel he was wrong for Rich Porter. Oh, and I'll say this publicly. He didn't feel when he was on the streets, he didn't feel he owed explanation to nobody but Pat Porter. That's the only person that he would stand down to, and like he probably would avoid contact with and shit like that. But he told me that that's the only person I owe explanation to. The rest of these niggas, they don't fucking know me. They don't know my business and all of that. So they said his ID said Abraham Rodriguez. That could have been his name. Like Glaze got a name. Glaze got a name. Glaze's name ain't Brian anymore. It's something else. How accurate do you think Paid in Full was? Talk to him about that. A lot of bullshit. I'm from Cali, and back in the day, all this shit y'all call content is just actually information for niggas to run their mouth over YouTube while the police use y'all so-called content for leads. You said a bunch of nothing. Like I believe I get the point you was trying to make, but you got to be better at articulating yourself, man. This shit didn't already happen. This shit is East Coast history. Yeah, Brad Henderson. This is East Coast history. This shit gonna be talked about forever, my man. So you probably can't understand it and shit. Why not just stay in witness protection? Why come back to the hood? Whitey Bulger got shipped to USP Hazleton. He could have stayed in PC, or he could have asked for PC when he got to Hazleton. He didn't. He let them put him in general population. He didn't even make it 24 hours. They chopped him up, pulled his eyes out his face and all kind of shit like that. Sometimes them niggas might just be tired of that shit. Might be suicide. He said suicide by streets, and it says, yeah. King Erner been on some drill rapper type shit the way he been dissing Poe today. Independent Dope, I appreciate your super chat. I know you getting busy right now. It's out here. IPD, it's out here. What's the name they gave him in witness protection? Glaze's name is Brad. He should have stayed at witness protection. He got real comfortable. He said, it's a pleasure. I hate the excitement from people that were scared to even sneeze in front of people like Alpo. Queen's Flip said he was supposed to be in Maine for witness protection, but he refused. A lot of people gonna diss him that were quiet when he was alive, like Mano. Yeah, Mano shit was funny. That was funny. We all agree that shit was funny, right? The Mano post was funny. Emojis, right? Happy Halloween, right? That shit was funny, right? They said King Erner ain't gonna have nothing to talk about now. Declassified Peanut. How you know where I'm at? You don't, do you? One thing ears didn't bite his tongue. Never. DC niggas had no sugarcoat with the Alpo thing, period. No sugarcoat. He said, I hear you, bro, but this is fresh and just happened, and y'all putting information and leads out there for investigative purposes. There's no mystery to what happened when someone is convicted of 14 murders. The police don't got to do no investigation. They don't have to do no investigation. They don't have to say, I wonder what he did for this to happen. So what the fuck is you talking about? They don't, it's open and shut. The police don't give a fuck. Okay, this motherfucker killed a whole bunch of people in Harlem. He shouldn't be here. He should be in witness protection. Now we ain't got to deal with him no more. Scoop him up and get him out of here. He said they have to find the murderers. Man, they ain't looking for no fucking murderers at Alpo, man. And the motherfuckers in the streets ain't gonna say nothing. This shit over with. It's different when you kill a person people love and shit. When you kill a person that people love, it's different. It's different. He said they ain't even looking at the cameras. I'm just talking my shit. If they get any type of positive identification on who did that, they go into the penitentiary with their black ass. Straight up. But no one's gonna testify. No one's gonna testify or identify anybody. As far as the street's concerned, it's over with. He said it's actually a federal case. You think the feds care? He gonna find somebody new to harass. What's up with Lamar from BMF? Off the chain. Star of the show. He stabbing motherfuckers and shit. That shit gruesome. They feel like he deserved what he got. That's how the feds think. It looks bad for NYPD that he got hit by a precinct. There's 6-9 left. Alpo got kicked out of WISEC for violating the rules of the program and leaving Maine. Damon Frazier, just book him. Just get him out of here permanently. He said they're happy to close the cold case. Las Vegas police ain't even trying to look up Las Vegas police ain't even trying to lock up Keefe D for Pac. He said, Gully, that nigga Lamar the star of the show. He really is. He really is. The last scene, the most recent episode, he killed his man, and his man had a gun in his waist. Correct me if I'm wrong. When he stabbed that boy in that house, didn't that nigga just pull a pistol out of the drawer and put it in his waistband? Didn't he just pull a pistol out of a drawer or some shit and put it in his waistband? Didn't he? How the fuck did he get stabbed and never pulled it out? Like, he never pulled the hammer out. Like, he said he put it in the back. But, man, I know I seen a gun. I'm like, man, hold on. I know I just seen a gun. He said, yep, it didn't make sense. Nah, it didn't make sense. He said, you're not stabbing no nigga with no gun. He didn't even reach for it. None of that. He said he killing niggas singing "You Can't Stop the Rain." Yeah, he killing kids. The little girl got him killed. The little girl got him killed. It was in his waist, right? I knew it. And of course, they got him dressing like Omar Little. Omar Little used to be singing too. Omar used to be singing and whistling and shit too. Lito Hernandez, I appreciate you. The Fed's gonna apply pressure. They're not letting this shit slide. You can't touch government witnesses. He was just on the red carpet though. He said they definitely took a page from The Wire. Little Derek, who died on Halloween from the Nola baby nephew, had the best line. They said he straight up jacked Omar entire look down to the do-rag. Feds won't care. He broke all protection rules. Y'all share this live. Good morning. Queen's flip play audio where Alpo said he was ready to go and accept his fate. Hey, there you go. I just had to get back on here briefly and see what was going on because I was asleep most of the day. A lot of this shit, they said even the conscious niggas got Alpo content. He said someone will be dumb enough to retaliate. Is Harlem celebrating? Alpo never should have stepped foot in the tri-state. I ain't gonna tell y'all no more. Y'all gonna have to read about it or something like that or see it on a documentary. He said the wildest thing with Omar is that he didn't curse in the whole 5 seasons. He said niggas was going live for 5 and 6 hours today. Oh my goodness. He said Alpo was a real killer. He knew better, man. Bottom line. He said you definitely was on it first, then 30 others followed. Even Cavario making content. He said he was going to slap the shit out of Cavario if he seen him. How can I get your book? I got the autographed copies on www.therealdribble.com or you can buy it from Amazon. You can get the book. You can get it on Kindle Reader. Hassan was saying some real shit today. He said, did he talk about Big Head Gary? Yes, but I can't get this shit to y'all on this motherfucking live stream. Y'all gonna have to get it another way. He said that nigga Poe was fresh as hell in the New Year's video. That mink in the shoes was fire. wall-to-wall coverage on YouTube. He said on the low, I think some dudes was taking shots at Gully saying he wasn't the first to break it. Even though I was, it's timestamps on these videos and shit. He said it dropped when he stabbed him. The gun never came out. He said, you know who too. They can't win. They can't win. I'm willing to bet money these was rookies on this hit, not grown men. What you think about the new documentary coming out about K-Son? That shit gonna be hard. He said, Gully, you got niggas mad they wasn't first. Do a piece on Gary, bro. I'm the first person to post a picture of a big head Gary on the internet. Nobody knew what he looked like. That picture that's out of the picture that's out of him on the internet, I'm the first that ever posted. Prada Preem, I appreciate your super chat. Post still might got some muscle out here. L.E. Ross, and I appreciate your super chat. He said Brian Gibbs thinks he's the first to report it. Brian Gibbs is a YouTuber. That's not his name. Oh, getting back to that picture. Yeah, I'm the first person to post that picture. That picture came from my interview with Ears to Christ. Ears the one that got the picture. I told him the value of that picture. When I interviewed him, I told him the value of the picture. I said, yo, do you got a picture of the nigga Gary? He was like, nah. He said, nah. He was like, I can get one. Ears the one that got a lot of them pictures that you see from DC back in the day came from Ears and Sean Branch. Kareem Mowat and a couple other guys, they got their own story and they posted their pictures. But I'm saying that the pictures from this era, from this Alpo Rich Porter era, the pictures come from Ears and Sean Branch. Ears is the one that got the very, very first picture of Big Head Gary. He said, that's him right there. He said, Gully, if you play your cards right, you can make some serious money from the info you know about. Man, I got some shit. I was sworn to secrecy. I couldn't tell nobody. I told him, I gave him my word. I wouldn't tell nobody. I can tell now. I can tell it now. He said what he said about Sean Branch. Yeah, I ain't getting no more Alpo for free here, pimp. I'm telling you. Anything you get from here is going to already be known. Polo Sport. Baltimore love, we know what's up. Thank you. I shook hands with Alpo at Soho House in Brooklyn. He had that fat security guard with him. Gully TV, TheRealDribble.com. Did Poe have pictures with Gary? I don't know. He said no body, no blood, fake crime scene. They saying there was some new beef from that night. Do you think King Erner would have had the same energy if he was in the same room with Alpo? He told me. He told me. Anyway, y'all see Mano. Y'all see Mano. He said something on the song. Nobody listens to your music though, pimp. That's why nobody know about it. Did Poe talk about Wayne Perry? Alpo talked about Wayne Perry as if they were still cool. When I say that, like he still bigged Wayne Perry up. He still would talk about, just say little shit. And he always, yeah. You could see King earn a look on his face. He was shook taking that phone call when Poe told him he doesn't have nothing to live for because his mom passed away. Scheme Team channel got Mason Classified. How you keep doing that highlight? Boxing Bar is in jail. Is locked up. Seen Poe a few times in Harlem. Is it possible to write Wayne Perry? Hell yeah, you could write him. He in the federal Department of Corrections and shit. Type his name in there. They're gonna give you a number and a name, number, and address. He said with Sean Branch keeping it a buck about Alpo. Branch don't strike me as a liar. I don't know nothing about that. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Good morning to the East Coast. Good night to the West. The crazy thing about it is that Poe killed so many people, you don't know who did it. Yeah, basically. Scheme Team was begged from YouTube for pandering, solicitation and pandering, begging too much. They booked him for begging too much. I ain't telling y'all nothing else. That's it. This video is over with. That's 50 minutes. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Super chatters. Y'all always do y'all thing. I holla at y'all. Peace.